Hey everybody, so this is going to be my pickups vid for the months of January and February of 2019. I'm going to start off with some things I got from Goodwill, so without further ado, I've got a couple of Atari 2600 games here, starting off with what is probably the most common of the Atari 2600 games. It is Combat. And yeah, I probably already have more than one copy of it sitting around already, but I didn't want to just leave it on the shelf collecting dust for someone else to get, so I got it for myself. Coming up next, it is a cool game that I didn't already have. It's a third-party title called Space Jockey. And it says for use with Atari Video Computer Systems or Sears Telegame. So yeah, I always try to grab third-party stuff because it's interesting, you know, it's a little more rare, and it looks cool on the shelf. Moving right along. This is a couple I got from Goodwill a couple of weeks ago. We've got Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six, the original, and also Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Rogue Spear. And then of course there is what is most likely the most badass of the extreme sports video games. It is Razor Freestyle Scooter. Jealous much? Alright, moving right along. Coming up next we have XCOM Enemy Within. Now, I've played Enemy Unknown on Steam, but I never had a physical copy of the game, so I've been wanting to play this one on a console for a while. And if you haven't played it, I would recommend it if you're into tactical games. With, you know, an alien twist. So if that's a fun one, I'll be happy to get into that one pretty soon. Okay, so moving right along to some Nintendo stuff now. At my local Walmart, I was able to find some good Wii U stuff recently, marked down to only $19.99. So I got myself Splatoon and Xenoblade Chronicles X, which I've been waiting for these to get marked down for a while. Also, even though I don't actually have a Nintendo Switch at the moment, I bought myself a copy of Battle Chasers Night War, which was also $19.99, because I know I'm going to want to play this when I do finally get a Switch. It's based on a comic book from the 90s, and it was created by Joe Madureira, who you would be familiar with if you read the X-Men Age of Apocalypse storyline in the 90s. So yeah, I'm pretty happy about having this, and it is a turn-based RPG, so that's perfect for that style. I also got myself a copy of Bayonetta 2 on the Wii U. This one I got from a GameStop using a birthday discount, but I made sure to get the version that is Bayonetta 1 and 2 because there is some Nintendo-specific content that they added to it to entice people to try the game out. Bayonetta 2 was a console exclusive for the Wii U, so that was pretty cool. Of course, now it's out on the Switch as well, so. Alright. Coming up next, we've got The Simpsons game on the Wii. I think I played a little bit of this on the PS2 years back, and I don't remember very much about it. I can't even remember if it's a good game, but it looks pretty good. And then, of course, we've got Resident Evil 4 Wii Edition. And as you can see, it actually says Wii Edition, despite the fact that it is, in fact, on the Wii. You would think that that goes without saying. I mean, I just don't know who they thought wouldn't understand that. But alright. I also got Skylanders Trap Team. And I'm probably never going to play most of the Skylanders stuff that I've got, but it fills in a void in my Wii U collection, so, you know, looks good. Alright, got a few more things here. For the OG Xbox, we've got Hitman Contracts. Now, I don't know if this is just like a side game or if it's part of the main storyline, or if this is like their version of Metal Gear Solid's VR missions. But I've never played any of the Hitman games, and from what I understand, the movies that have been made of them are terrible. But yeah, maybe I'll dig into this sometime just to see what it's all about, because looking at the back of it, the art style looks pretty good. Like, it looks like it would be a fun game. So yeah, we'll see. For PlayStation 2, it's Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, which I thought I already had, but turns out I didn't. So, coming up next, there is this game, which I have never heard of before. It's called 13. And it has a pretty cool, sort of cel-shaded style to it that looks like that's actually really worth checking out. Like, it looks like sort of like a comic book come to life, and I dig that. And then once again, for the OG Xbox, it's Scarface, The World Is Yours. Now, I don't know if this is something that's like supposed to be taking place during the events of the movie, or if it's like a sequel, or if it plays like a GTA type game, or what's going on with that. But, you know, if you've seen Scarface, you can well imagine the type of stuff that's going on. And last but certainly not least, it is Catwoman on the GameCube. Based on the movie, starring Halle Berry. This looks like garbage. But no, it's probably garbage. But that's okay. It'll sit next to the other GameCube games. I'll probably get around to playing that one just because my preconceived notion of it is that it has to be completely terrible. So I'd like to see if it lives up to that, or if it can somehow exceed those expectations. In any case, that's it for January and February of 2019. I have some new content coming, new videos and everything, so as always, thanks for watching.